Greetings, beloved. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Creme Constellation, where astrology is a tool for gaining clarity and awareness. So, on the 21st of September, we will be having a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo at about 29 degrees. Remember that the degrees are important because they show us the area of greatest impact. So, look at your birth chart. Check to see if you have any planets or angles at 29 degrees of any sign, because that would mean that this eclipse is especially significant for you. More so if you have planets or angles at 29 degrees of the mutable signs, being Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, or Sagittarius. So, what is a solar eclipse? So basically, a solar eclipse is a more intense new moon that is influenced by fate, karma, or destiny. And new moons are all about new beginnings, fresh starts, and in some cases, endings that are a significant change in the direction of a person's life. And as already mentioned, this will be a partial solar eclipse, indicating that we will be picking up where we left off in terms of ironing out some leftover details and completing any unfinished business that may still be lingering as we move into a new direction, a new karmic cycle in the Virgo ruled area of our lives. So let's recall what the sign of Virgo is all about. So, in astrology, Virgo is associated with perfectionism, hard work, practicality, criticism, details, and service. So, we can expect any one of those characteristics to be a cause for change and renewal during this solar eclipse. All right, so let's get into your horoscopes. Remember that your personal astrology is the most accurate astrology. The aspects that this eclipse is making to your personal placements will determine how the events manifest. So, if you would like a personal interpretation of that, the details to get in touch with me are listed in the description below, and I look forward to hearing from you. And remember that while you are watching, always watch for your rising sign element first, and then your sun sign element, and end with your moon sign element for a full overview. Hey, fire signs. So you can expect a realigning shift this solar eclipse to impact your world of accomplishments. So some of you are saying your final goodbye to a career path, a way of work, a service that you have been doing over the years, and you have likely been working very hard there. And it can be a little bit challenging and a little bit bittersweet to walk away from it, only because you've invested so much of your time, so much of your effort in this area of life, or in this place, in this environment, in this career path. And now you are shifting, you are becoming someone else, or you have different desires. There are other ways in which you wish to serve, and ways in which you wish to improve as an individual. And that requires you to walk away from something that you have relied on for many, many years. Whereas some of you are about to start a new career path, a new livelihood, and you are currently ironing out the details of your responsibilities and the duties, the things that you are, or the tasks that you will be responsible for in this new venture. And you are currently just focused on clarifying what it is that you will be doing. And it may seem a little bit scary for some of you, because it could be an entrance into an industry that you've never been in before, or it could be a path that you never expected for yourself, something that you're doing that you never thought you would be doing, and it's a little bit daunting, a little bit terrifying. However, the more details you have, and the more you discuss what your duties and your tasks are going to be, and the more research that you do, the more comfortable you will feel with this new venture and with this change of direction. For some of you, it can be related to your health and wellness, where maybe you've been treating a particular illness that you've had over the years, and now you're in your final cycle of treatment, or you now have um, a full set of information about whatever it is that has been going on with your body, that now that you have the awareness, you have the clarity, you can now begin a treatment process because you have a better understanding of what it is that you have been battling with. For some of you, it is the final release of certain assets or money, paying something off, perhaps. Now that this financial responsibility is over with, you have paid it off. You've been doing this for so long, and now you're almost done, and you're about to have extra money that you can start investing in things that are for your progress, that are for your wellness, that are for your improvement. Whether you're improving yourself or you're improving your life, your lifestyle, or even stability. Your stability in life may start to improve because you no longer have this responsibility, this financial burden where your money has been bleeding into. You can now do something that means something to you with your money. And for some of you, you may observe that the men in your life, masculines, or even people of authority in your life, are also experiencing some form of change of direction. That could be related to how much power or control that they have, status, how much status that they have in society. For some of them, it's related to their wellness, their physical health could be the case. And for some of them, it is related to their finances, their financial standing and stability. So you could be on the observational end of this eclipse. And yeah, I think I will leave it there for you, fire signs. Definitely let me know if you resonate with anything that has been said. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Hey Earth signs, so you can expect a realigning shift this solar eclipse to impact your world of self and expression. So this has to do with your presentation, your identity, your appearance, your self-esteem, your confidence, and even your personal goals and how you approach your life. So over the years, there are so many things that you have realized about yourself that you have been wanting to change and improve. And by now, you have done so. It has just been those few minor details that have been causing you to slip up here and there. But for the most part, you have a full scope of the kind of person that you want to be, the kind of life that you want to live and prefer to have. And you realize that the way that you have been cannot sustain the life that you are asking for and the life that you would prefer. So the new self is emerging. It may not be a complete picture of who you're going to be, exactly how you're going to get there, because we're at the new moon phase, right? And things are very dark. Things are a little bit unclear, but we know that it is time for change. We know that it is time for things to be different, for us to be different. And so we are taking new approaches to things, to our personal goals. We are trying different strategies and different methods, and we're letting go of the version of ourselves, the beliefs, and the commitments that we've made to things that steer us away from being who we truly are. All right. And also, for some of you, you may realize that there are shifts happening in the lives of your children if you are a parent, or children that you have connection to, if you are a school teacher, an uncle or an aunt, grandparent. The children that are frequently around you may be going through significant shifts in their lives, so you could be on the observation side of that. But also your inner child could have a really transformative healing that is taking place within them. And there could be a better understanding of certain beliefs, better understanding of certain information or material that you have been studying in order to improve yourself, or to improve your knowledge base, or to improve your career, improve your day-to-day living. And now it seems like you have a better understanding of the information that you have been consuming. It's all starting to come together for you, and you are beginning to have clarity on what you want to do with the information or how you want to move forward now that you know what you know. So I am going to leave it there for you, Earth signs. Let me know if you resonate with anything that was said. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Hey, air signs. So you can expect a realigning shift this solar eclipse to impact your inner world or life behind the scenes. So we're talking about your emotions, your psychological mind, and subconscious mind, the things that are private and the things that we cannot see. So you could be releasing, forgiving, and letting go of the criticisms that you used to have on yourself. Perhaps there were moments that you felt like you knew better but didn't do better, or just criticizing yourself for not even knowing better or for not having all the information that you needed in order for you to do something. And just you as a person, you as a being, you may have had a love-hate relationship with yourself that leaned more so on the side of hate, on the side of not doing enough, not being enough, not good enough, not perfect enough. And now you're at a place in your life where there is a lot more grace, and there is a better understanding of yourself and your capabilities and what you came to do in this life. So you should be having more grace for yourself. You should be more forgiving, and pat yourself on the back for the things that you can do, for the abilities that you have and use, for the ways in which you are capable of showing up rather than focusing on your shortcomings. And for some of you, it could be criticisms that you have received from loved ones, right? People who are meant to care for you and root for you unconditionally, no matter what. And yet they have been the biggest critics in your life. They have been the people that have pointed out your shortcomings and some of your less successful moments in life. And this is a time of releasing all of that and not holding on to any grudges or resentment or the things that you would classify or they would classify as failures. It's time to release that officially and also forgive them for having that kind of a perspective. I would like to think that they don't know better. They don't even realize what being that critical of you actually means. They're completely looking past what you're capable of and what you do bring to the table because they've been so focused on what you don't bring to the table that they're missing out on you. All right. And you have been doing this as well. You've been missing out on yourself, air signs, by focusing on your shortcomings. So it's time for that to end. It's time for you to finally put that to bed. The overthinking, the trying to analyze everything and understand every single emotion or dream or event, circumstance, or even person. Now is a time for you to be okay with not knowing, for you to be okay with not understanding, not having all the answers, and also being content where you are presently and understanding that you are a work in progress and you are going to get there one action at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out. You do not need to be perfect. So, a releasing somewhat of that perfectionism and that hyper criticism. And for some of you, air signs, this could be a time where there are a lot of revelations coming through your dreams. So, do keep a dream journal so that if you have anything coming about that is helping you to understand a situation better, understand yourself better, you can apply it accordingly. But remember, don't be obsessed with knowing and don't be obsessed with having all the answers. It's okay for things to be a little bit mysterious and in the dark. Remember the new moon phase, which is what a solar eclipse is. The new moon phase is dark. It's the dark side of the moon. We can't really see the moon when the moon is in this phase. And that's kind of the theme that you need to apply to whatever it is that you are starting over, and changing direction with, is I'm going to move forward even when I don't understand, even when I don't fully know what is required here, or what the outcome will be, or what kind of emotional or internal impact is this going to have on me. It's okay to not know that when you are at the beginning stage, all right? And for some of you, you may be observing family members, particularly women in your life, but any family member that is close to you that you have intimate or close relationship with, they could be the ones on the verge of a change of direction within their lives, where they are about to start something new, something different. All right. And you could be on the observation side of that. And for some of you, you have been secluded or isolated for a very long time, and there is a lot of self improvement that has been happening behind the scenes, away from the eyes of others. And this could be kind of like the final lap with that seclusion and with that isolation, where you're now starting to see that you may be going outside more, you may be interacting with people a lot more, and now you are bringing with you this new and improved version that wasn't as confident before, or wasn't as self aware. And now you're about to go out into the world. You can almost see it, that things are starting to open up for you, and it's time for you to be back in the world once again, and share yourself with people, obviously with boundaries, but share yourself with people and allow yourself to have experiences without being overly critical of yourself. You're no longer leaning on the validation of others, you're more so leaning on your own internal power, which is something that you have been developing over the years. So, yeah, air signs, I think I'm going to leave it there for you. Let me know if you resonate with anything that has been said. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Hey, water signs. So, you can expect a realigning shift this solar eclipse to impact your social world. So, we're talking about friends, we're talking about networks, partnerships, both professional and personal, and people in your neighborhood, literally anyone that you have an interaction with. There is a shift, a change of direction in the dynamics of your social activity or your relationships. So, for some of you, this can manifest as the beginning of a professional partnership, where you're ironing out the details of who is responsible for what and how this partnership is going to go forward. This is a karmic partnership for a lot of you. So you may be working with this person for a very, very long time. Some of you will work well with them. Some of you, you're going to come out with some very wise lessons at the end of the cycle of this karmic relationship. And the same goes for personal relationships, where some are ending marriages, right? There are people who are getting divorced currently, and there are those that have just recently gotten married. So you're either used to being single and living your life as a single person, and now you have this marital status behind you, and being married is a lifestyle on its own. So it's a change of direction in that way, that you need to now show up in a different way in the world, to your family, for your partner, and even in the way you regard yourself, right? And for those who have been married for many years and now you are getting divorced, now it's back to self. It's back to who am I again? Reminding yourself of the things that you like, what makes you you, and how you can be of service to yourself even when you enter partnerships. But it's more so about the self right now and your personal journey for those of you that are newly single. And for some of you, there could be some legal battles that you have been fighting for a very long time, and it's just been an issue of details, the details within the contract, the details within the agreement that have just been making it go on and drag on and on for years. And now there is an opportunity for you to completely finish the cycle, and put it to bed, put it behind you as you begin your new journey, free from the responsibilities and the commitments that that contract required of you. In some of your cases, water signs, you could be observing your siblings, or people that are close neighbors of yours or that significantly impact you, friends, and also partners who are experiencing a change of direction within their life. If it's not happening to you directly, then you may be observing somebody else experience a change of direction, doing something new, or starting a new journey of sorts. All right. And for some of you water signs, when it comes to your future hopes and dreams and the goals that you have for your future, it could have been difficult for you to move forward on these goals because, or due to a lack of details, due to a lack of even confidence or believing in yourself, or not knowing how you would succeed or how you would get something done. And there has been a transformation of your mentality, right? Your perspective and perception of things has changed, which is going to allow you to actually start moving in the direction of your hopes and dreams, in the direction of the things that you truly desire and the ways in which you wish to be of service here in the world, because working is not just about a paycheck, it is also about personal fulfillment. So now that you have worked through some of your fears, some of your doubts and hesitations, you are able to start moving forward, even when it's dark, even when it's unclear where you are going to land. Because remember, we are at the new moon cycle, the new moon phase, right? And when the moon is new, we can't see it. We can't really see it, right? Things are a little bit dark. So you also need to be okay with being in the dark about certain things and just move and trust your actions and trust what is guiding you to do what it is that you feel moved to do, without having all the details ironed out, without having all the information in place. All you need is enough for you to get started. So some of you may be beginning your journey towards that. For some of you, you're picking up where you left off. Maybe you started at a different time in your life and you kind of just let it go, or you haven't been too attentive to those things that you enjoy or that you desire. And maybe even, responsibilities got in the way, your duties in life, work just got in the way, and you couldn't pursue what you prefer fully. So this could be a time where an opportunity is presented for you to continue on with your desires and accomplishing some of those hopes and dreams. And also with skills development or learning endeavors that you may have been on. Perhaps when you started, the timing was a little bit off and you didn't have all your ducks in a row, or there were certain things that were missing that didn't allow you to complete your journey of learning or developing a particular skill, or even you just wanting to be perfect at it, wanting to be great at it, was kind of the thing that steered you in a different direction and caused you to let go of it. Now could be the time for you to return to that learning endeavor, or to develop that skill and not be obsessed with being perfect at it, but just be interested in doing it, be interested in the participation of it. The more you do it, the better you will become at it. But you can't get better at something that you don't do, something that you don't practice. So some of you could be going back to a learning endeavor or a developing of a skill. And I think I'm going to leave it there for you, water signs. Definitely let me know if you resonate with anything that was said. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.